All right, now, I thought this was sort of open and closed when we started this yesterday. But by the end of it, we realized we need more time. So let me reset the table and reissue my timeout to begin with.
Okay.
J-Lo, you're in timeout. Here's why. Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck have finalized their divorce. News comes out that J-Lo is keeping the $5.6 million engagement ring.
Hold on, I need a pen.
Yeah, you're going to need to do, I would suggest a calculator.
All right, 5.6. Okay, go ahead.
So that means that she now has 6 rings from 5 guys.
Okay.
Let me tally these up here.
Okay.
By the way, the latest one from Ben Affleck that has that $5.6 million price tag with it, 8.5 carat green diamond engagement ring. Ooh. It is engraved with the phrase, "Not going anywhere."
Okay.
J-Lo supposedly keeps all of these rings. So she's got 6. She has a $130,000 ring from her first husband.
Okay.
Johnny Noah. Then she upgraded to a $200,000 rock with her second husband, Chris Judd.
Okay.
He proposed. Her first ring from Ben Affleck was worth $2.6 million. They never made it to the altar that time.
Okay, 2.6.
Husband number 3, Mark Anthony, put a $6.5 million ring on it. And they got divorced. Her ring from Alex Rodriguez was only worth $2 million. But again, just like Ben Affleck the first time, they never got married. So now all of that bling is joined in the drawer by Ben Affleck's sort of 2.0 version of the ring, which is worth $5.6 million. I am putting J-Lo in timeout because I think this is super weird.
What about it is weird?
Keeping all of these things that are tokens of failed relationships, some that I don't think ended amicably, and there's something about it that feels like icky, especially when these are symbols of my circle, unending love to you. Keeping them all, I'm sure the price tag has something to do with it.
That's what the wedding ring is for. That's not what the engagement ring is for.
Does this feel like it? What if you had a girlfriend and you went over to her house? She was like, "Oh, here, quick, before we go out, I want to pick out which ring I'm going to have." Then she opens the jewelry box and there are 6 and you're like, "Wow, those are beautiful. Who are those from?" All of my previous fiancés. You telling me one of your eyebrows doesn't shoot right up into your brain?
No. Okay, so I have opinions. I was trying to figure out what you thought was weird about it. Is it the fact that she's keeping it because they were failed relationships, or keeping it because why wouldn't you give that back?
I think I probably have both of those floating around in my subconscious somewhere.
Okay, so let's start with keeping them after the relationship fails. Yeah. I feel like, this is just me, I'm not saying this has to be true for everyone. If the other person broke up with you, the female, you get to keep the ring. If you call off the relationship, I think you should give the ring back. That's how I feel personally. If you're walking away from me, I'm keeping the gift.
What are you doing with it?
I
almost feel like I'd feel better if you sold it.
Well, yeah. I think that could be her retirement fund. All those rings. Yes, I would sell it eventually.
I don't know. I don't know if it's like a bad juju kind of thing. What's the energy? But like when you have like this box.
Yeah, I get it.
And again, I'm sure my mind is being messed with because these total in $17 million. So there's something like about that seems strange to me.
Okay.
It feels odd. Just feels like I said, if you went to we're distantly viewing this, observing a celebrity's behavior. But if it was your friend and she said, "Oh, look inside this box, all my engagement rings from my failed engagements," I feel like I don't think she'd say it. More answers.
What if she's keeping it for her daughter so that she could give the ring to her daughter's boyfriend to propose with and then put it in a new setting and everything else?
Again, I'm not.
It's just stuff. You know what I mean? It's just a thing. It's not the wedding band.
I know, but some things carry meaning.
If
right?
you let them. Yes.
But okay, well, let me see. All right,
I still have a tennis bracelet from a failed relationship.
All right, let me try
I ain't giving that back.
Okay, you get a new boyfriend, okay, and he gives you a purse and says, oh, here, use this. This is my ex's purse, but she loved it. They're so functional. It's just stuff. I bet you suddenly don't think that's just stuff. It's like, whoa,
well,
why
what kind
would
of
you
purse?
give me?
Is it a Louis Vuitton? I'd probably take it.
Okay, so it's brand dependent?
I think.
But no, that's my point is I don't think you really believe that.
I think I do.
If your ex or if your new boyfriend said,
if he's like,
wear my ex's pumps or wear her dress, or I don't think you would.
Okay, if he's like,
it's just
wear
stuff.
her like nightie, no.
It's just stuff. But some stuff
intimate.
carries meaning.
That touched her body.
Well, so
you know
did
what I mean?
these rings, and they represent
it's just
these
a
marriages
purse,
that didn't
whatever.
last.
I'll sanitize it. I don't know. Like, I am not attached to stuff. In fact, somebody just recently said that, wow, you're so non-sentimental. And I said, in some ways, that's true. I just recently went through a box of like love letters, and I'm like, I got to get rid of this stuff. I saved a few.
Could we read them on the air at some point?
No.
All right.
But thanks for asking. But that's sentimental. And then I went, okay, it's time to let go of this. But I still have a tennis bracelet, and I'm the person who did the breaking up. But I'm like, I'm keeping this thing. It's like a $4,000 bracelet. I'm like, oh.
You wear it a lot?
I don't wear it a lot.
Why don't you take it to a pawn shop?
Because I love it. I want to wear it. I've got really nice stuff.
Well, where the heck are you going that you're going to wear this nice stuff?
How dare you?
You're a bit of a, how do we say this politely? Shut in. What are you going to?
I go places.
Fancy Friday nights at home? I'd say get that $4,000 and buy yourself a new water heater or something.
That's not a bad idea, actually.
Right?
Not a bad idea.
I don't know. I just think it just is weird. And I think, respectfully, your argument of it's just stuff, when you really push that out to its limit, it's easy for us to say that from a distance. But it's like, oh, Mom, thank you for giving me the wedding band that I'll get a new stone set in from your third failed engagement. I'd be like, Mom, especially when you're J-Lo, I'd be like, Mom, you have enough money, but create something new with new untarnished meaning. You
know what's interesting about all the things you're saying?
What's that?
Like bad juju and all that. You're not that kind of guy.
I know, I'm not.
So that's what's confusing
me,
I
think that you are a little bit more. You're a little more maybe superstitious. And so again, I'm thinking when you say it's just stuff, I don't think you believe that if your new boyfriend says, here, this used to be my ex's, but I think you'll love this purse. It's just stuff.
What if the ex is dead?
Like, what? No, the ex is alive and well.
No, the ex is dead.
No, this ex, she's alive. She just had a physical. She's doing great. She's doing great.
I mean, it depends on what it is. It really does. It does. Yeah. But I just think it's interesting that you're making the argument from a point of superstition.
Well,
because you're so anti-superstition, like, oh, you can't make something happen by thinking something.
No, I don't say that, but I just say we only believe the negative. If somebody says, oh, I hope you don't get hit by a car today, they're like, why would you say that?
It's just not a nice thing.
But if somebody says, hey, I think you might hit the lottery today, yeah, right, that's not going to happen. If you say the negative thing, they're like, oh, thanks a lot for the curse, pal. If you say the positive thing, though, people are so naturally negative that they deny the positive.
We are out of time. That's Timeout, and I'm taking J-Lo out of Timeout and putting her back in.
I want to be at a pawn shop near her estate.